Not underestimate the young players. They are very tricky, they know how to work, they are very ready to fight you, and they are very ready to beat you. I learned it myself many times, but let's see, will I manage to win this one easily or not? And we started the game. e4, c5, knight f3, d6. So I don't want to play neither. I played bishop c4, old Sicilian, e6, castles, knight f6, and now rook e1. This is old theory. Bishop e7. Now I can play many different moves here because usually everything transposes into the same. We usually want to build up this setup c3, d4, castles, bishop e3, trying to avoid this d5, but when d5 comes now that's mistake. Inaccuracy, not really mistake, but inaccuracy, because white is getting more space, and that's what I'm doing. c3, knight c6, and in this case here, now when we play the move d4, we are getting French structures where actually black already castled, so white can actually find some way to attack the king on this diagonal. And it's not really comfortable here for black. No matter what engine says and computer evaluation, this position was always very tricky, especially now when the c takes happens. I'm getting the square for my knight next on c3, so that's something what black shouldn't allow. f6, very ambitious move, trying to break the structure, but this move I can ignore. I don't want to take because I don't want to regain the space for black and like manage to open up their position, and also the f line that quick. So I decided to play knight c3, and I'm letting black to take on e5. And also, if they take like they did in the game, I'm not gonna recapture it knight, I'm gonna recapture it pawn, because now there is a lot of tactics happening on this d5 pawn, so black should be aware of this position and of these tricks. It's not easy, but kid is very brave, he wanna set up some tricks. At this point I think maybe something like knight c5, targeting the bishop here was better. He decided bishop c5, which I also totally understand. He wants to put a pressure here, but at the same time where this diagonal is not open and the other opportunities are not open. Maybe he also want to sacrifice here and then take and bring the other pieces to the king side. That's also one intention that I can say black could do. But the struggle is big because this bishop on c8 is not working. So I like simplification on the dark squares, since this bishop is really strong and my bishop is not really doing anything. Also I'm developing my bishop here after the trade, which actually happened in the game. I liked very much the coordination of my pieces. Takes, and of course takes back with rook. There is no tricks with this. So it's very slow for black. Like he needs somehow to quickly develop. Maybe bishop should come on the other side, but that's really tricky because he also has the weaknesses here. These pawns are not so much stable, and he should be aware of any moment how I can push. And now he pushed d4, which is nothing special. I actually want to open these lines because he's not developed, and this trade only suits white here. The reason because then he is remaining with this e6 weakness, and I can focus on that quite easily. For example, we can pick what we can even take here. Taking the knight like I did in the game was the best option, because in that case we are targeting the queen, and also we are focusing on the later on the e6 square. I simplified here too much, which is something I don't like. Like queen trade is not good. Like I should play maybe something like queen g4 instead of going queen take. After this and this, every simplification suits black, because the only thing that can save him is the endgame. But the thing is here, I'm sure that maybe this kid is not aware of the endgames, and especially with the pawn down, in the endgame is not easy to defend, especially rook endgame. If he's aware that this position could be defendable, he should make more attention there, because after the queen trade, black is happy. I could play much different. For example, I can go queen g4 instead of taking the queen, and then this will make a lot of pressure on e6 and a lot of trouble. So actually my mistake was to trade the queens, and simplification is not good for me. So now he's not sure what to do, and I'm getting more confident. I was nervous a little bit before that, but now I'm getting more confident. And yeah, he's tricky. He seems to be very in fighting spirit. You see how he thinks, and now he plays king h8, and later on he got confused, and I see that now after this move. I'm just looking how to improve my position more, because I don't need to take immediately on e6. I will play rook e1, and the move such a e5 never works because of f4, and then the rank is in trouble. h6, and now I played h3, so maybe now I allow this move, but okay, I say never mind. I'm aware that my position is still very good. I should take most probably everything on e6. He played knight e4, and now in this point this simplification doesn't work. I think the only move was e5 to get into the game, to develop the bishop quickly. That was the only chance. But now after trading all of this and taking on e6, he takes back, I take back. This rook endgame is very pleasant for white, but still black got maybe some chances. I went for rook e8, check, trying to trade the pair of rooks. Now he's thinking, should he take or not? Takes is what he done, but he can also play king h7. That's also quite possible, because it doesn't really matter. The trade will happen. I will take or he will take later. And now how do we win this? King h7. Now we have intention maybe of this, but the problem here is he have this check, king h2, and then rook d2, and then I will lose at least f2 pawn. So I didn't want to risk. I played here. He played king g6. And now I play g3, trying to save more, and here comes the mistake. He started pushing these pawns, which is something I like, because now my rook can infiltrate between his pawns and also protect my other pawn on a2. King f7, rook a6, and yeah, now my rook is active and everything is perfect. So I think if he goes here, maybe I will play b3, bring the king back, but he blunders, he lost his pawn, and now the game is totally winning. He brought the king back to h7. I'm also playing prophylaxis. He went back, so he's struggling on time. a4, and yeah, now this is totally winning. I'm pushing. King f6, a6, king g6, rook e8. And yeah, now it's desperately. If I have only this pawn here and not this one on f2, then it's very, very big possibility to make a draw. But because I have two pawns, now he flagged, and yeah, I hope he learned to not simplify when he's material down. He's very good player, especially his mother told me that this is first tournament, and I wish him all the best in future career, and I hope he will like the chess game more and more. See you in the next video.